Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store. Can't figure it out, something about her. She walk like a boss, talk like a boss, when you dance, she's something better you are. She's fly absolutely. She move like a boss, do what you want to. She got me thinking about getting it all. That's the kind of girl I need. She got a real thing. That's why I love her. It's independent. Won't you come and spend a little time? She got a real thing. That's why I love her. It's independent. Ooh, the way you shine. It's there's something about got a woman that can do for herself. I look at her and it makes me proud. There's something about her. Something new so sexy about. Got a woman that don't even need my help. She says she got no job. Something about her. And she work like a boss, talk like a boss. Already real, she got to pay you more. Good afternoon, family. Good evening from my end. 14 minutes past the top of the hour. Welcome to the Africa Today show. Speakers are having a wonderful Friday. Hope your week has been fantastic, not like ours. Lights in, on and out. Hope yours has been amazing. That's why I love her. It's independent. Ooh, the way you shine. It's independent. Love everything you say. Don't worry, I got it. And everything she got, best believe she got it. Yes, Karibu Sana. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe and download our app, which is very easy for you to find on the Google Play Store. As we start with today's show, we shall be talking about some ancient history, the Great Pyramids. Yes, Karibuni sana. That is literally, I'd say, amazing non-copyright R&B playing right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station. Karibuni sana. This is the Africa Today show. My name is Joby. To the first-time listeners on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, to all the returning listeners as well, subscribers, and everyone on the radio station. Hope you guys are doing amazing this wonderful 21st of Friday of March. I hope you guys are really, really having a wonderful day so far. Today, we shall be having amazing conversations, as you can see from
on the topic, and of course, Keith had given hints on what we shall be talking about tonight, rather today, where we shall be talking about the ancient history. Literally, I call it ancient history because this is going to be taking us back to history, the new findings in the Great African Gaza Pyramid. But before we get into that, I have some amazing videos literally connecting to the greatness of Black people. Literally, I'd say greatness of the Black people, and I'd love to say Black people, greatness lives and rules. So literally, that's the topic I'd set before, then I removed it. But I'd say Black greatness lives and rules. And I'll be showing a video literally where we can see some folks, literally white people, confessing a two, three few things as we get to understand some few things also about them. Of course, I've been learning, and this is still part of me learning literally. And also you, maybe who's there for the first time, and also you who has been here, learning literally the true nature of white people and how they feel towards us as Black people. Along that, I have another video which actually is also something to do with history that took place in 1945, and this is concerning some Black men who are actually falsely accused. Just the same thing, all histories you always see keep popping, where a white woman always accuses a Black man of raping them, and then it turns up just being so chaotic. But this actually is very, I don't know if many of you know about it, but I don't think I've ever shared this. This is very new to my table, but I'll be sharing that much more of history as we get to check a little bit of the article on that. But as we get to continue, also, we'll be discussing more other developing stories, of course, of what is happening, literally across the globe and all that. So karibuni sana once again. This is the Africa Today Show. My name is Joby. Before we get started, I'd share some amazing brain and focus formula, one of the amazing products you can get literally under the BHFN sports page. That is by you downloading our app on the Google Play Store. And apart from that, we also have other amazing products, vitamins, proteins, amino acids, beauty, hair, nail, skin essential, all coming at a very affordable price. In case you have any question before and after purchasing the product, you'll be answered immediately. We have an active email, kcnewsam15@gmail.com. You can email us right there in case you have any question, and of course you'll get the answer you do require. We also have an active, actually, and also Kid told you guys you can actually pay slowly right now, Lipa Pole Pole, under the BHFN sports page. So in case you need any vitamin, you can actually purchase and pay slowly until you're done, and it will be delivered to you. Also, for the apparel store, it works the same. We have amazing hoodies, different colors, sizes. Pick whatever you'd like, and also you can choose the option of either cashing out at once or maybe paying slowly, and until you're done, it will be delivered to you. So we're waiting for those purchases. And in case you can also donate to us on our active cash app, that is the $ over there, streaming below, Mr. Black Hot Fire. So karibuni sana. With that being said, let me share some beetroot as we get started with today's conversation.
Beetroot, nature's powerhouse. Packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and nitrates, it's known to support heart health, boost stamina, and improve blood circulation. Our beetroot is naturally grown and harvested at peak ripeness. The roots are cleaned, dried, and finely ground to preserve their rich nutrition content, giving you all the benefits in one pure form. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder to your juice, smoothie, or water, or take it in capsule form as recommended by your healthcare provider. Beetroot helps enhance endurance, lower blood pressure, and keep you feeling energized and balanced all day. Fuel your body with the natural power of beetroot. Stay strong, stay healthy. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Exactly. And so you get that and much more. Get anything you'd love. We have all organic. They're all organic again, I'll remind you. No hassle right here. All organic. Get yourself the amazing supplements. We have Moringa Pure. If you've been seeking for maybe Moringa, which comes with different health benefits, and shout out to Iwaton, she literally comes sometimes here on the shows, her shows to be specific, and shares the benefits of these amazing supplements and how they help you to boost your immunity or your health or your brain or your blood, and also maybe how literally it can cleanse your body. So check out those amazing supplements, not just the Moringa Pure, not just the beetroot, not just the brain and focus. We have some other supplements, bear gummies, literally turmeric, gummies, anything you'd like, all right there. And in case you so want us to add anything, but after you guys purchase, of course, because we can't add anything if you've not even purchased the ones we have. I mean, come on, do some. But anyway, as we get started with today's conversation, of course, before we get into the main conversation, I have this video right here. And I think we've been literally for the last few 2 months, we've been learning about, of course, the existence of white people, where they come from, who created them, why they behave how they behave. And there's still a video I was yet to share, and I think I'm gonna share it after this, of the guy explaining literally again still the white people's true nature. But I want to start with this video here, where white women, to be specific, describing and breaking it down why they really hate, not really hate, but fear Black women. Understanding I am the first true creation of nature. I as Joby, as the Black woman. It's amazing to see that, it's quite amazing to see that I am a threat, including my fellow other Black women. We are a threat to this race of people. But again, understanding their existence, where they come from, why they act how they are, they're inferior. It's not what we've been literally taught. I like the way there's this guy from Kenya. I was gonna say it right there. How we've been taught to look at white people as superior people, and that's why I remember personally when I first saw a white guy who came and white women who came to our school trying to give those donation shoes and all that. Personally, I tiptoed my toes. I wanted to look at them, the hair, and all that. So there's that literally. It's there, and you can see it even from other African people saying how they're being taught to always look at white people as if they're really, really important people. When you look at their hair, it surprises you. You look at their skin color, you're like, and then the same projection has affected now us to the point where we've seen, of course, the effect of, and because Black people have not been taught to be confident in themselves, when you talk about the hair, the skin, we've been now taught to, it has affected us to the point where we lose our self-confidence. We start skin bleaching, others start, putting chemicals on their head. You now start having cancers, not understanding where this is all is coming from. And this is literally because you are projecting fear of your own self, what they have literally, of course, done on purpose for you to hate yourself. But of course, as we get started, I see Keith is with us before I get to share the video. So I'll have to share those two videos as we get to combine the, the stories of this. Karibu sana, number one. Karibu sana. Karibu sana.
All right, it's not Tisana. What the hell are we talking about, Joe?
Right, so we have this video right here, which is white women actually expressing. I'd say, like, for the last 2 months, we've been learning about white people's, of course, creation, existence, why they behave, how they behave, and all that. So these white women, literally, different of them, explaining why they fear and hate Black women. Number one, when it comes to our hair. And that's why I'm saying I love the fact it was combined, including where we had a certain brother who spoke of how Africans we've been taught. And when you see a white person, how you see the hair, because you've been taught to hate your own hair. I even came with my natural hair. Stop playing with me to discuss this conversation. So we've been taught to hate our own hair, chemicals, to put chemicals to the point where people now are skin bleaching, which again we've seen the way it leads to, so many Africans right now reported to have cancer. If you actually do researches, because of these chemicals we're using, different chemicals, and we don't know what we're applying in our body. Also foods, of course, we've seen foods being also big effect on also the GMOs and all this. But as we get started, like I'm saying, I have this, and then the videos to share this week on Monday of that white guy explaining the same thing.
So I think we should all, as white women, just admit we're jealous of Black women's hair.
This lady asks, this Black lady, are white women really that scared of Black women? And I'm going to say yes. And this is my opinion as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South and Georgia in my entire life. It's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear. It is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us and the fear of that. So we see Black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights, being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway. And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that
when I was looking at this, I was saying I wish this could be put on a big wide screen somewhere in Africa so that Africans can listen to this white expressing this, because the hatred, the self-hatred that has really been projected is so real, man. I met a certain lady who had skin bleached, man. I almost ran away because I'm like, what the heck? And then people don't really understand what it really turns you to become ugly. It doesn't make you beautiful. It's crazy when they think you really look pretty.
That's their mind. Exactly.
You
That's
really
their
look
white.
bad. And I'm sorry to say, but it's a fact. I've had an auntie, and I've said a story of hers here. She used to sell this bleaching creams and all that. And to the point where also herself, she started, bleaching herself. And it affected her so bad because at the point where she was getting divorced with her husband who was working in Sudan, she didn't have funds to keep up with the expensive skin bleaching, the product. And she
looking crazy.
She really looks bad. I can say that is my aunt today. I'm so ashamed. I would not want anyone to know we're related. I'm so sorry. No way.
that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I and most women have been told, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what Black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable, and it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness. I know that's not a word. Than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It is hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. I think that white women are scared of Black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
Wow. Now, this was very interesting to me. I had to play this a couple times to make sure that I was hearing what I was hearing. I had to play this a couple times to make sure that this is what I was hearing. So is this woman saying the same thing that we complain about Black women, the same characteristics that Black women have that we complain about? Is this white woman saying that's what white women are jealous over? Don't we talk bad about the strong Black woman? I was always told that the reason that Black men leave...
I think that's where you went wrong with the term strong Black woman, because again, when you look at that term and understanding, I feel the way it has where it came from, it's from white. I don't know. It's a
yeah,
I don't know.
It's a psyop.
I don't know who came up with this word, strong Black.
They came up with it, Joby. The powers that be, the CIA. It's a psyop.
Mm-hmm.
Called,
Yeah, so I think
it's called social engineering.
Mm-hmm. You should have generally said we need to stop putting down Black women, not strong Black women. Come on, like, what you mean?
Black women is because white women had these certain characteristics that Black men like. But this woman is saying that she actually doesn't like that dynamic. The dynamic how they would like to be is how Black women behave. Now, this is very, very telling, and this is very, very interesting. So we put down what we think is not good, right? But other groups of women, we always talk about other groups, right? Okay, so let's keep talking about other groups. So the white woman is looking at the black woman saying, I like your femininity. I want to be strong like you. I want independence. I want to be able to carve out my own lane. Interesting. You know what? That's super duper funny. All this in-house fighting that we do, and other people are actually looking at the things we hate about ourselves, and they actually admire it. And also,
It's not. This is all nonsense. He's a moron. It's nothing that we hate about ourselves. This has all been inspired, injected into our community on purpose. It's not this fighting amongst black men and black women in America, no matter what. It's not organic. It's not real. It's not organic. You've been socially engineered this way. You've been psyoped constantly to attack each other because that was to thin out your numbers. That was to keep you dysfunctional, to destroy black love. So you wouldn't want to produce with one another. So
You're breaking. You're breaking. We lost you.
this
Yeah, you're breaking. I can't hear you clearly.
okay.
you want to adopt it. Meanwhile, we're talking bad about each other. It's so interesting.
He spoke a word on that one, didn't he? What more can I say?
Hey, TikTok. This is going to be my only video today, probably, because this is how much shit I have left to do today. So I'm going to be working until midnight again tonight. But anyway, I wanted to come on because yesterday evening I did a Zoom happy hour with a white lady from here, Melanie. Hey, Melanie. She had reached out to me after my video and said that she felt very much the same way and she would love to have the opportunity to talk to me. And I said, sure. So we coordinated and we had a chatted over Zoom and while we had a cocktail and we talked a lot about, our experiences as white women, our experiences with black women, race, our communities, religion, all the things, right? And one of the things that Melanie brought up that I think is an incredibly good point that I want to bring up is the difference in the sisterhood between white women and black women. She made the comment that she has a lot of black friends and that she had noticed when she was in the company of a lot of black women that if like another black woman entered the room, that they would acknowledge each other like, hey, sis, I got you. Or if she was in a room where there's a lot of white people, but another black person walked in, they'd be like, hey, I see you. I see you, girl. And that white women don't do that. And we don't. There is no sisterhood among white women as far as I'm concerned. And now before you all start fucking coming for me, all you white women, I'm just going to say, not every white woman for you, but that's been my experience. And again, maybe it's region, maybe it's, other things, but she lives in Massachusetts though, and I live in Georgia, and we have had the same experience. But white women don't do that. And I started thinking about why we don't do that, why we don't support each other and have that level of sisterhood that black women have. And honestly, I think a lot of it is that we're jealous of each other. I think that the patriarchy has, in this indoctrination that white women have undergone from white men, that we are stripped of all of our self-love and self-worth. And when you don't have any self-love and self-worth, it makes it very easy to be jealous of other people and intimidated by them, going back to my original post. And so, white women are not only intimidated and jealous of black women, but they're intimidated and jealous of other white women. And, there's just much more of this competition between white women. And that passive aggressiveness that I've talked about in other videos and the other white lady talked about, that how passive aggressive white women are to each other in their speech. And it's true. And comment if you want to in the comments. I mean, it's a really interesting dynamic. I think there's a whole bunch more to definitely.
Today, I'm joined by a brother here. Hello, brother.
Hello, guys, and thank you guys for your invitation. And I'm looking forward to see what will come out of this presentation. Thank you.
This is my good brother Nicodemus, and today we want to talk about Africans and why we should love ourselves and why I have my hair.
Mine here too.
Okay. Yep. So, brother Nicodemus, what do you think of Africans and their hair? Do we have beautiful hair?
I think Africans, we have beautiful
There's a confused brother here, but he's learning. But anyway, I don't name.
hairs.
Uh-huh.
One aspect
When
that
you see someone hesitating to give an answer, they don't know shit.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
stands
confused.
against all the others in the Asian continents, the Americans, is that our hair tends to be so coarse. As you can see,
Yeah.
too black and too coarse,
Too hard.
too hard, you say.
Not I say it is.
But it's really beautiful.
Yes.
Yep.
So apparently, we've been told that African hair is a bad hair, and there's something which is so much interesting. You see, we've had these white people in the USA. They are coming up front and they are saying that they are jealous of African hair, particularly the African women. So white people are coming out. They are saying that they are jealous of black hair. Tell them what we perceive. How do we take Wazungu or white people here in Africa first?
For the starter, we love Wazungu.
Exactly. That is what we've been taught. Love the white man. And I want to stop it there. Love the white man. You know, their hair is beautiful. Their skin color is beautiful. I always love personally looking at myself. The first time I saw the white people in our village at school bringing the doll shoes, I tiptoed my toes, you know, and I was looking at the hair and my imagination went straight to heaven. Oh, so that's the hair I'm going to have. Like, you know.
Your imagination was straight to crazy world.
So yeah, like, you know, that's basically what we're taught. Not to
That's how deep the indoctrination. Just little girl and her mind went straight to crazy town. That's how deep the indoctrination is.
yeah. So literally, it is not. You can see it's not just me. So many people. That's what we. Because I didn't allow.
That's what colonization and slavery has done to black people globally. Yeah, this is global.
Mhm. That's basically also what he was going to say. We see their hair is, you get astonished by their hair, but you end up staring at it. You just staring. Yeah, like, why are you staring? You know, because you've not been taught your hair is.
I was staring when some lights jump out of them, pop you in the face. That's what you get.
You should see, I don't know, man, we should see kids in Africa looking at Wazungus, man. It's just crazy. Even
I've already seen it. I see the video I should have shared. I know that's it. I'm gonna share this video with you. Put on the thing about this Nigerian. Be honest, I told you Nigerians. The guy said when Nigerians around white people, their coon chip goes off. You right. They are the worst. I ain't been to every African country. I will admit I haven't been to everyone, but the ones I've been to, you can't top the Nigerians butt kissing, ass licking white people's buttholes. They are the worst. Then maybe next to Jamaicans, they are the worst. And the Nigerian brother just being honest. He been honest. Good.
it's the poverty. I mean, you see them complaining.
Hey, the poverty got you licking nobody white butthole. You love them.
I mean, you need a dog.
Whether they rich, they still do it, Joe.
I know, that's true, man. It's so true. But karibuni sana to everyone with us on the chat. Let me go through a few comments before they get piled up before I share the video. Shout out to Emil, karibu sana. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, it's been a minute. See, my hair is grown. Like you guys see the growth. Yeah, that's the hair supplements, you know. You can find them on the Blackout Network. You know, hair beauty. Imagine let me show you guys. My face has no oil.
And tonight's show, guys, we're going to talk about segregation. I know you guys heard that Trump wants to bring back segregation. That's going to be tonight's show when I come on tonight. Remember, you got everybody on black tail. Yeah, we want it back. See, we the only black people don't want to be around these white people. The African Americans always do how vicious these people were. We say, yeah, please bring back segregation. We're telling you, please segregate us from you. Because that means we have all money. And Joey Red told you when we were segregated, Our money stayed in our community. I think Jeremy said 100 times. Now it's 10 seconds. It's gone. We had to build our own hospitals again, build our own schools. All that goofy, not all these black people that can't talk decent English, that'll be gone. Because the black women be educating the babies again. This goofy rapper be gone. I'm for the segregation. That's what
Okay. I think I saw the video you shared with me on TikTok. I've just seen it like when I was on TikTok. I've seen the video you shared of segregation of that guy talking about it. But I also see Jiba Jab Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing today. He says Jasmine Crockett is using a cake soap filter on her social media pages. I think I saw something like that. And I also see you're agreeing, yeah, that is a white feminist term, that is the black strong woman. I also see he says every TV show has a sassy black woman. It's a stereotype they push.
Exactly.
Mhm. And I also see Jiba says I'll stop back. The scrap metal man is coming for our load. I'm cleaning up today. Okay, and I also see you saying it sounds funny when they say "girl, big chin." I know when white people say that, right? They sometimes when I hear white people use, I'm like, man, that is just nah. You trying to sound black
That
and
sound
all
black.
that. Yeah, it's crazy. Big Cheese Karibu Sana, nice to see you today. Says good to hear someone talk good about black women. I get so tired of Keith and Jiba and Jura Mosquito hating on black women for being strong and independent. Oh my goodness.
I don't. I try to tell them that they've been socially engineered. We both been socially engineered to hate each other and to fight each other. You understand the economics? So the black woman Americans say, well, why can't the black man be like the white man? We were socially, economically deprived. So we can't be like the white. We're coming out of slavery. We didn't control the system. You as a woman should know that. So you trying to date like you're like the black man's a white man is crazy. We've been hung, systematically imprisoned, locked out of the economy of America. So how can we date like a white man? We know you've been socially engineered to not understand. You should be able to understand that. Girl, I can't deal with no nigga got no money and all that old goofy shit you talking about. Black man's been socially engineered out of the economy, put in the jail cell. So our strife is not real. See, when we were together, remember, I'm doing segregation. The black man and the black woman were together. And what were they doing? Building. You had so many communities in America of black men and black women building cities, all of them successful. It's not just one Tulsa, one Rosewood. There were thousands of Tulsas, thousands of Rosewood that white people got angry and burned down to the ground, started killing and burning with white rage. When we're left alone and left to love one another, that's what we do. With our psyops being put on us. But they don't want that. They want us dysfunctional. They want to destroy our population, destroy us as a people. That's what they've been, since they met our ass, they've been trying to destroy us as a people. So you should understand that. I don't blame the black woman. So listen here, there's been a psyop. But if I tell you there's been a psyop, and you get your motherfucking ass in line, that's what I mean. And you too ignorant, then you're gonna go with the damn our enemies to even hurt black men more. Then yeah, I got a problem with it. I'm telling you, there's a goddamn game being played on both of us. So we couldn't defend the black woman. How can we defend the black woman? We were put in chains. So of course she felt unsafe. So she had to turn around and be more stronger than than the average woman would be. That's where the fake strong woman title came from. Because a man couldn't defend her, couldn't protect her. So that's the dichotomy we're dealing with. It causes, that's what causes all this dysfunction. That's why we're dysfunctional. And they haven't stopped warring on us. So you can't judge society by a black man and black woman because we've been warred on. And we're constantly being warred on now. You don't got no average goddamn relationship like white man and white woman. Especially not in America, you don't. There's no such thing. They've been trying to destroy both of our asses. TV, the black woman's supposed to be the ratchet and the with these goofy raps, everybody's wearing butt naked and shit. Black man is supposed to be some kind of immoral, idiotic, moronic criminal. Not to be trusted. So these tropes have been perpetuated in social society. That's why this is called social engineering. All in your movies, all in your music, all on your damn history books. You've been socially engineered to be combative towards one another. These are psyops on purpose to cause war between your black woman and the black man. So if you're not going to procreate with your black man or you're not going to procreate with your black woman, who the hell are you going to procreate with? They're trying to wipe us out as a people. Understand that? You get that? They've never stopped that objective. That objective has always been upfront and personal. So that's what I bring up. So you understand that we have been socially engineered to fight it. The black woman being, like I said, go back to any, damn. Go back, that phone came up with them. Go back at least 100 years ago. Coming out of slavery, the black men and black women were what? Together. What no disunity. But so they had to break this up. You didn't have nobody to go to help build anything. You built everything together. You had to depend on each other. What they do with the black woman? They made sure she couldn't get a job, made sure she'd be somebody's fucking domestic maid. And when she was somebody's domestic maid, she was preyed on, raped. Like they raped her in the goddamn plantations doing slavery. And what could the black man do? He had control of the damn system society was in. If he complained, they would shoot him in the head or hang his ass. So now she's unprotected. So we're both dealing with what? Years of trauma and abuse. This system has kept us traumatized. And we've never been healed from this trauma. And trauma is generational, guys. We know that for a fact. Trauma is generational. You pass this trauma on to your children unless you've dealt with the trauma. And we haven't dealt with the trauma. And that's why we're the most aggressive Africans on the planet. We're still loving. We're not as loving as all other Africans. We're more aggressive from being underneath this wicked ass white man for 400 years. That's why we're the most aggressive African on the planet. All Africans, whoa, the African American is aggressive. Yeah, we're aggressive. Yes, we are. Because we're traumatized. So don't think the black man and black woman's relationship is organic. It's organically dysfunctional because it's not. It's purposely put under dysfunction to benefit other people, to benefit other race of people. Okay? To destroy your family. Because the family is what everything starts from. And to destroy your family, to destroy you as a people. They know all this. Oh, you got your black woman online talking crazy, your black man. Both black genders in America talking crazy about each other. Black man talking crazy about the black woman talking crazy about the black man, because you are socially engineered to be dysfunctional. And you're not sophisticated or intelligent enough to even know what's going on. You don't know none of the history of it. You're just having surface level feelings without ever putting everything in context. Just surface level feelings. And you don't know what's been done to you in the past to have this divide between the African American woman and the African American man, or the black woman in America, black man in America, whatever you want to define yourself as. That this has been purposely done through years of social engineering Why do you think when the black woman finally got welfare, they said no black man in the house? They purposely did this. The government has worked to destroy our ass. Now, the government's supposed to give you help. Why would they want a black man in the house to raise the children and the family together? Only black people, they said specifically. Black woman, if you get any of this money to take care of your family, we don't want a black man in the house. If we catch him in there, we're going to cut your ass off. We're going to cut your benefit. No free housing, no food stamps, no nothing for your ass. And you know that's true. So how is this fake-ass government promoting family values when they're only giving it to black people? If you got a black man in the house, you cut off. What? Because they want the dysfunction. They want your black-ass babies in prison so they can feed their slavery system in prison. They want you uneducated. They want you ignorant. That's why you get ignorant people fighting against each other online. Because the black woman's become an ignorant moron. The black man's an ignorant moron. They don't know what's been happening, what continues to happen to them today, and what's been done in the past to put you in this situation. You think it's an accident why most black men end up in prison since we got this fake ass integration shit? That's why I believe in motherfucking segregation. Segregation now, segregation then, segregation forever. I believe in that shit. God damn it, you can take Martin Luther King ass and throw his ass in the river. As far as I'm concerned, when we were segregated, we were together. Our children were better educated. These are facts. Now our kids can't even fucking speak good English. All that rap shit, motherfucker. I'm like, you got Kenyans speak better English than Americans, and this ain't in the Kenyans' first language. This your first language, and you can't even speak this shit right. All this Ebonic ass shit you talking. You had nobody black talking like that during my mother and my grandmother's generation. Didn't exist because we were segregated. But you can't scare me with no fucking segregation, goddammit. I'm for that shit. We're dysfunctional because we integrate. We're not South Africa. They wanted to integrate with them motherfuckers. As Africans, I can tell you, and everybody tell you, we're the strong. That's just a fact. Because of the brutality, the rape, the enslavement we invented. We are the strongest motherfucking African on the planet. And no one would disagree with me with that. That's just a fact. So we don't want to be integrated with nobody white. We'd rather be alone in blackness. We'd rather do shit by ourselves. Because we know when we're by ourselves, we thrive. That's why they came after our ass, because we were thriving and they got jealous and they started murdering, killing, bombing our ass. It's not just Tulsa. I told you, you had thousands of cities around Tulsa that you never heard of that they burned down to the ground and murdered and killed. It's not just Rosewood, Florida. There's thousands of towns in Florida where they burned and killed black folks and hung them for succeeding on their own. See, the dirty secret, I'm supposed to say this for tonight, but dirty secret, they don't want segregation because they can't do it, because they can't succeed with segregation, guys. They've always needed us to make their civilizations run. What they want to be able to tell us where to live and to abuse us. This would have everything unfair that benefits them, and to be able to abuse us and keep us in lower positions, cutting grass and all other kind of nigga fuck shit they want. Be a cook, be somebody's maid, and all that kind of shit. They want us to be able to keep their civilization going by abusing us and tell us to live in fucked up spaces. That's the kind of segregation they want. When they still have access to us and our labor, they can tell us to get into the fucked up places, like they built in America and also in South Africa. That's what they want. They don't want us because every time we're truly segregated from them, we thrive. We build everything, and then they get jealous. They, oh no, we don't like that. We don't like these niggas having pianos and if Joby got a piano and that kind of shit. They come tear the shit down. Why would you come tear some shit down? You said you don't want to be around us. Cool, we got the memo. We got the memo, okay? Why you come to our town and burn our shit down to the ground? We not bothering you. We're not in your shit. We don't even be fucking with you. And I told you the lie they keep telling you. The majority of black people didn't want to do that Martin Luther King shit. That's another fact. But the hats on the media, you've been given fucking 60 years of fucking propaganda. Black people never wanted to integrate. Never. Not in America, but maybe the South Africans wanted that shit. For them, in America, the numbers always showed we never wanted no fucking integration. We didn't never want that shit. We just didn't want to be murdered and killed. Okay? We just didn't want to be murdered in the streets and killed. We wanted equal protection under the law. We wanted that, but we didn't want to say, "Oh, we go in your stores. We'll." No, we didn't want none of that shit. But they tell you, "Oh, great Martin Luther King and blah blah blah," and what a dream, all that propaganda you've been given for 60 years, when the majority of black people did not want to integrate. That's why you should see today all on TikTok. I know Big Cheese has seen them videos all on TikTok. Everybody say, "Yeah, bring that shit back." That's right. The majority of black people on TikTok, yeah, integration, good. Yeah, segregation, good, cool, good. We get back all our shit. Somebody say, even our music. Don't touch our music. Don't try to culture vote none of our shit. We control all our music. The money goes to us. So you can't threaten us, Trump, with no segregation. We're for that shit. Dang. Some lady made a comment on TikTok and laughing about your smells, your bath, and keep the bathroom. I was thinking about Joby down Tanzania. And your smells, your bathroom, you stink. You all stank, and you got that certain kind of stank. Y'all got crazy kind of stank. Y'all stink, and you got stanky, and you stank. So bring back the segregation, especially in the bathroom, because you stank. You got special stank. I said, damn, special stank. So, yeah. Go ahead, Joby.
All right. So I'm going to continue with the comments. As we speak about literally black people being imprisoned, I want to share this history.
I'm giving away my damn show tonight.
I'm sharing this history right here of the Martinsville 7. I don't think I've ever shared this before. Personally, didn't know about it. I don't know how many of you know about it. But these are about 13 black men who were accused of...
No, the Huntsville 7, not Martinsville. This is Huntsville, Alabama. This is back in the 30s when they accused them of raping somebody on a train. Was a lie again. And they were sentenced to life imprisonment. I think a couple of them escaped, but they stupidly came back because they say, yeah, if you come back, we're going to give you a fair trial. Motherfucker, I ain't never coming back to Alabama. You would never got me back. Tell me you going to give me. They locked them back up. They ain't giving no fair trial. Just come back and we'll give you a fair trial. What? No. I escaped and I'm staying escaped.
They were given a pardon that is in 2021.
They already dead, Joe. But 2021, that happened 100 years ago. They already dead. That's why people said that. That was 100 years ago, Joe. What good did you give me a pardon?
This happened after they're dead because this is 70 years later, literally. Yeah, they said 70.
I told you. 100 years later, Joby.
70 years later after their execution.
Yeah, so 70, so they kept them around for another 10 years in prison. This happened in the 30s. So that's 90 years ago, Joe. We're almost 100 years ago. That's 100 years ago, Joe. So you pardon me 100 years. I'm dead, Joby. What's that? White people always try to do that shit. Oh, we pardon you. And like they do something good with their wicked asses. I pardon you now. Motherfucker, I'm dead. Just like, remember, Joby, these bastards electrocuted a 14-year-old black child. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then pardon him. He's been dead.
So let me share this as a continue.
Go ahead.
The heart of the segregated South, and 7 young men entangled in crime, punishment, and racial injustice echoes through the annals of American history.
This was that. That's why I want to
Join us
remember no
as
history.
we talk about the tragic story of the Martinsville Seven. And if you
Oh,
like stories
okay,
like this, you can find more stories like this, and one might
well, it
hit
must
you
be
like
outside.
Trump also
Okay, it must be outside of Huntsville, Alabama. I know it's by Huntsville. Go ahead, Joe.
Ruby Stroud Floyd, a 32-year-old January 8th. But without further ado, let's get started. In the twilight evening of January 8th, 1945, Ruby Stroud Floyd, a 32-year-old white woman,
Okay, this
ventured
is
into a
different.
predominantly
Mm-hmm.
black
Okay, this is different. I'm
neighborhood
thinking this is
in
Huntsville. Okay, I don't
Martinsville.
know this one. Okay, so this is a different. I'm thinking about the Huntsville 7. This is another. I don't know this story. Damn, but it happens so often. So it was all the time. I thought this was the Huntsville 7. This is another one. I don't know about this. This is over and over again. Over. Go ahead, Joe.
Virginia. She was known to the area, having distributed clothing and religious materials as a Jehovah's Witness. Despite warning from residents about the dangers of lingering in the area too long, Floyd pressed on, and this was a decision that would set in motion a series of events that would end very tragically. As night fell on this chilling January evening, Floyd was marked by the brutal signs of assault. She sought refuge at the home of a woman named Mary Wade. The exact details of what happened to Ruby are shrouded in uncertainty, but she would make the shocking claim that she was raped by 13 black men. In an instant,
Now you know damn well. Pause it. You know damn well in the South, back in the South, black people like South African Negroes scared to death. They wouldn't touch no white woman because they knew the repercussions of them. Even you couldn't even smile at a white woman without getting hung, without getting beat to death. So the idea you had 13 Negroes raping a white woman in the South is absolutely absurd. You know it's a lie. So I already know the story. I know that, like Debbie said, they now got found. They now were pardoned. I'm listening to this knows a lot. So you know she got gang raped by white men. She couldn't say it was white men because they would probably do things to her, put her in prison. Because white men, the wicked ass white man, run the system like that lady was telling you on Joe's previous videos. We couldn't be like the sisters, girls, and black women because white men had programmed us. You goddamn right they programmed these white women. God damn it, we'll rape and do what the fuck we want to do to your ass. You bet not step out of line. So she's going to blame it on black men because, you know, black men had no protection in the society. Don't even care. She's supposed to be all these fake Christian bastards. Jesus didn't tell you not to lie, you fake Jehovah moron. I'm just going to lie on black men, get them all fucked up? Yeah, because I'm white. Go ahead, Jeff.
Is in action, sweeping up suspects in a wave of frantic arrests. By the next morning, 7 young black men sat in custody, having signed confessions that not only implicated themselves, but each other. This story carries a deeper level of complexity. Only one of those arrested had a previous criminal record, and the rest
pause it. Now you know they didn't get confessions. They were beat. They were beat for these confessions and forced to sign fake confessions. That's how it works. They were tortured and beat into their life. They said, confess, nigga. Confess, nigga. We're going to kill you. We're going to rape you. Man, we're gonna hang you. You better confess. Even though when you confess, they're going to hang you still. You better confess, nigga. We know it's you. You better confess. That's how justice works in this wicked-ass system in America, especially back then, especially in the South. Knowing damn well that's why you had a great migration. Black people trying to get the hell out the South. I'm out of this bitch. So shout out to anybody who stayed in the South back then. I've been gone west, north, or something. I wouldn't have been in no Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, fucking Florida. None of that shit. I've been out of here. But go ahead.
And seemingly led very respectable lives. Their confessions.
And pause it. And even when I moved my mother down years later, guys, when my mother passed, I had to beg her to come to Florida. I'm not moving to the South. Are you crazy? I said, Mom, it ain't the same way it used to be. I can't take care of you way up in D.C., Maryland. I need you to get a house down here. You're too far away. I can't go all the way up there in the north all the time. I can't be in no South. Shit, they be hanging people and talking crazy. Mom, not no more. It's 2000. Shit, you be okay. Goddamn. Go ahead, Joe.
by dubious circumstances, the air thick with the whispers that these confessions were extracted under the influence of alcohol and without legal counsel. To preempt the public's wrath, the authorities spread the men across different jails, amplifying the community's tensions. As the trials commenced, Martinsville held its breath. Each man faced a trial that was more than a foregone conclusion than a quest for justice. Under the imitating gaze
there's
of
no
all-white,
justice.
all-male
Of
jury,
course.
their stories were unique and heartbreaking, attempted claw through the iron of racial bias. They argued that the confessions had been manipulated, written by heavy-handed officers, their own words twisted and contorted into scripts that they no
I'm
longer
lying.
recognize.
Yeah,
Beyond the
you know,
courtroom, though,
I know the story. You already know the MO. You know they were gonna be beat to make fake confessions. Before I ever heard this, I knew they were gonna be forced to make these fake lies confessions. You did it, nigga. You better do it. Being punched in the head, punched in the back, punched in the face, fucking probably testicles burnt, all kind of whack, weirdo, torture shit these white people do to get a fake confession. I already knew that was gonna be the case. So I ain't even heard this story, but go ahead. Keep it going, Joe.
the storm of gossip swirled. The white community's disdain for Ruby Floyd's missionary work as a Jehovah's Witness and her brazen visits to the black part of Martinsville only added fuel to this fire. Some whispered that Ruby was having an illicit affair with one of the accused, a theory that was never addressed during the trials. This
And that might have been
Judge Ken
now that might have been it. Now she might have been getting sticking some she might have been sticking in some black dick. Ooh, okay, that's why she would say rape, because she might almost got caught getting some black dick when she went over getting in that black dick. You know what they do? That's right, Joby.
Addressed during the trials. This is because Judge Kenan Whittle's words rang out with chilling deliberateness. This case must be tried in such a way as not to disturb the kindly feelings locally existing between the races. It must be tried as though both parties are members of the same race. His proclamation was a smokescreen, a coded message to uphold Virginia's grim history of racial sentencing disparities under the guise of maintaining community stability. As the nation watched, dread and morbid curiosity, the trials hurled forward at an unsettling speed. The community's clamor for swift retribution echoed loudly within the courtroom's walls. Judge Whittle presiding over these trials with a grave demeanor, assuring that the proceedings were expedited. All of the trials for each defendant were concluded within a day, cementing the fate of the 7 men. The evidence presented was troubling.
Within a day.
Were horrors.
Within a day. What kind of trial is this? They were in a day. So this is a fake trial. Of course it was going to be. Fake trial. So we know fake. But you black in America, goddammit. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying you wouldn't have got the same in the North. You know, the North was no better than the South. I mean, a little bit better. But I never understand why you Negroes stayed here in the South after slavery. I would have got the fuck up out of this area. I know it's bad everywhere for us, but the South is a special kind of bad. I don't know why Negroes stayed in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. Those states would have been, and Tennessee, those states would have been off of my area to ever go to. I don't even want a vacation down them bitches at all, unless we're going to fight. If we're not going to fight, don't call me to go to none of them states. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in California. I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm going to be in Detroit. But I won't be down this bitch. I tell you that. Go ahead.
Being manipulated, but each session ended with juries deliberating for no more than 2 hours, and the verdict handed down with a swiftness that felt almost merciless and premeditated, sentencing each of the accused to death by electrocution. Seen in the early days of the 20th century, the state of Virginia was engulfed in the shadows where justice took a cruelly distorted form, especially when it came to black men accused of raping white women. Since the electric chair debuted in Virginia in 1908, it has surged with deadly currents primarily against black men, 45 in total, all convicted of raping white women. In fact, Virginia had become notorious for this, surpassed by only Texas, North Carolina, Georgia. The case would soon
Pause
national and
you said pause. He named all the states. I told you it wouldn't be. He said Texas, North Carolina, Florida. He named all the states in the South. That motherfucker, I wouldn't be in. He said North Carolina, Texas, Florida, Georgia. I wouldn't have been in none of them. I'm out. Baby, you gonna leave us out here and say, Mom, Dad, I'm gone. You stay here. I'm out of this bitch. Because I'm gonna get railroaded. Some white person gonna say something to me, I'm gonna knock them in the mouth, and they gonna hang my ass. So I can't be here. I don't got the temper to be here. I got to go. Well, good luck. Go ahead, Joe.
national attention, drawing the fierce gaze of civil rights organizations like the NAACP and the CRC. These groups, led by determined lawyers like Martin A. Martin, threw the weight behind the Martinsville 7, striving for justice. But this courtroom wasn't a place for easy victories. The NAACP meticulously prepared for the appellate mountain that they had to climb. They highlighted the racial prejudice evident in the venue, the immense pressure that the juries faced, the harrowing history of capital punishment leveled disproportionately against Black men, and it seemed in Virginia, justice only wore a cloak of hypocrisy. A poignant plea stood out in an editorial of the New York Amsterdam News. It
Pause it, Joey. Pause it. Pause for a second. Pause it. See, now, understand, this is the system I'm talking about. Black men, Black women. This is a system where you don't have any protections. So how can you gonna be dating and loving in this system that's trying to murder your ass off? The system is designed to kill you. System is designed to keep you unfair and beat down. So you're not dating like white people in a system designed for your very destruction. You understand this? The system is designed for me and your destruction, literally. Literally. So you need to have, I'm glad I ain't know Joe was going to show you need to have this historical context to understand what we're dealing with. You have no historical context when you sit online talking about hate the Black woman, hate the Black man shit. You got no historical context of the savagery we both been under in this country on purpose. You don't understand the social engineering that both of us have gone through purposely in this racist, filthy ass country. Filthy as shit. Despicable racism, despicable crimes against us as Black people, despicable crimes. Didn't want to tell you 70 years later, 80 years later with a fucking pardon, but they knew in the beginning they were lying and wicked. Everything good that everybody loves about America, ain't it funny, is because of Black people. Nothing good about this country is because of white people. All the good shit that's done about this country is because of Black people in our history of this country, of what we've done here. Nothing about white history. None of it. You ever notice that? How crazy that is? People love America not for the white history, because of what Black people done here. Our history here. Our creation here. Made this wicked ass, raggedy motherfucking, despotic, devilish, satanic ass country. That's what this country's always been from its inception. Satanic, filthy, dirty. Go ahead, Joe.
History of the Old Dominion state. No white man has ever received capital punishment for rape. Then necessitate that we must conclude
of course not.
That the death penalty for 7 men for a singular crime was neither righteous nor compassionate nor wise. Despite these powerful arguments raised, the Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals upheld the death sentences. Their response, spearheaded by Chief Justice Edward W. Hudgens, dripped with disdain, stating that one can hardly conceive of a more atrocious, more beastly crime. While the custodians of justice remained unyielding, time was running out. Both the NAACP and the CRC.
This would happen when you have people that are unfair and just control the whole system. They're wicked. We have wicked people ruling the planet. Everything is based in injustice. Everything. You have a group of people that's wicked to the motherfucking core. And that's what you've been living on the last 500 since this beast has got his ass out of Europe 500 years ago. Rape, torture, just complete evilness and wickedry. That's what you're dealing with. So you're never going to get just any fair trial. You're never going to see it. They weren't going to ever prosecute them. He just told you, there's nobody white who they commit most of the rapes, all the goddamn rapes and murders of them. But ain't nobody white got the death penalty. You know why? Because they're white. And the system is benefiting them. They're not going to arrest their own wicked ass selves. Then they're going to put in their media that it's you. You're the wicked one. You're the one fucked up. And give you social engineering. That's how that works. Go ahead, Joey.
Towards the governor, John S. Battle, conveying the disparity in sentencing. But Battle, firm in his stance, declared that prisoners have not been convicted because they are Negroes and should not be released because they are Negroes. His decision seemed immovable. Just as the battle for justice raged domestically, a storm of international voices thundered in, letters flooded from all corners of the globe, and impassioned telegrams. The world was watching, and Governor Battle felt suffocated by the global scrutiny. Meanwhile, the CRC set about a demonstration with 400 souls marching towards Richmond, January 30th, 1951. They stood beneath the stern gaze of the Capitol Guards and state militia. Even
the world was watching because they know it's a wicked ass country.
Sway Battle. He seemed to listen but remained resolute. So on a cold morning, sunlight struggled to pierce through the somber clouds of Virginia State Prison. The first 4 men marched to the electric chair. February 2nd. Their steps heavy with tread. 3 days later, the remaining 3 joined them in their tragic procession. The youngest of the 7, with a heavy heart, yet spirited, spoke his final words before his execution. God knows I didn't touch that woman, and I'll see y'all on the other side.
And they know he didn't touch. They know you didn't touch her either. They know it's a white man that raped that bitch. Say like they know it's a white man that raped that bitch. They know that. They damn sure know that. They know you didn't do it, son. But they're wicked. They're evil. The African better stop all that kindness and loving and all that stupid shit they've been doing. They're wicked. And this is what they've always do. They're dealing with the societies that they built globally. It's based on wickedness. Wicked. Why you got hunger and starvation. Everything that happens in the world is because of the systems that they built. Unfair, unequal. You're dealing with a complete psychopath. Go ahead, Joey. I know nothing about this story.
History. The case of the Martinsville 7 was not merely about death. It echoed a somber lesson of justice skewed by prejudice. In 1977, the United States Supreme Court in Coker versus Virginia decreed that execution for crimes that did not result in death was barbaric. It was a message from the depths of history, whispering that the source of justice must be yielded wisely.
Yeah, so that's the video over there.
Do this for me, Joey. Say when was say what year was the Huntsville 7 or the Huntsville? Is it Huntsville 8? Just say 7. I'm sure Google will correct it. Say what year was the Huntsville HUNTSVILLE and it said Alabama 7. Might be 8. That's why I thought that was who you're talking about. The I know nothing about this one. It's another new one. Same shit. Same shit again. Same wicked shit again.
Just a minute.
Is the Huntsville 7 or Huntsville 8? Because Google probably going to correct you.
Huntsville 7. It's 7.
See, 7 too. That's why Huntsville said. What year was it? 1930 something.
1849. 1980. Okay, let me see. 1949. Let me see if I can read the article. What it says.
That must be where they finally murdered them because it happened in the 30s, and then they came back. But go read it.
Let me see. It says the Texas penalty at Huntsville.
Oh no! That's Huntsville, Texas. Say Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. Okay.
Yeah, AL, not Texas. Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville 7 or Huntsville 8, something like that. What year was that? Let's see if I can find it myself. What year was that? It was the Huntsville 7. Let's see. Google, what year was the Huntsville 7? Alabama. No, not that. Let me see. That's got me same thing with Joby did in Texas. No, let me see. Huntsville, Alabama. See. What year was the Huntsville, Alabama 8? Is it Huntsville 8? I don't know. What's that shit called? Huntsville 7?
Not clear details. The same in 1811, Huntsville became the first incorporated town in
Oh, that's
what
name.
is
It's my fault. It's by Huntsville. No, say the Scottsboro. Joby. Scottsboro Boys. Say what year was the Scottsboro Boys? Oh, I forgot. It's a town next to Huntsville. I know it's about Huntsville, but say Scottsboro. Scottsboro. What year was the Scottsboro Boys?
1931.
So 1931. They were accused of what? Raping a white woman, weren't they, Joby?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. They were all sentenced to death. I think I think a couple escaped. He said, "Fuck that, we out of here. Fuck that shit."
1931. Then this one happened in 1945. A few years just later after that. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But
I
let me
think
go
that
to the
I
comments.
guess the one I think that's the one they brought back. But go ahead, Joby. Come.
I see Big Cheese says he literally has the big head Negro syndrome. Let me see who you were you talking about. But I also see Emil says a lot of Africans love Asians today as well. Not me. And I also see Emil also says a lot of African countries I've been to, a lot of African women with Asian men. It's growing epidemic. This is common in Tanzania and Ghana. Well, in Tanzania, I didn't see that personally, unless for the last 2 years I was not there. But I didn't see that, man. I saw actually I didn't see much of literally, that mixture and all that
Yeah,
craziness.
me neither. I seen it in Ghana. I didn't see that in Tanzania either.
Being honest, I didn't see that Mzungu having a black lady
You
a
might see
lot.
it in like Zimbabwe, what's it, Kenya. I haven't seen it in Tanzania a lot.
Mm-hmm. Emil also says, are you going to be on the network or on YouTube tonight, Keith? Last time I was on the network, all streams were
I'm
replaying. I don't know if I was on the right
yeah.
place. Be on YouTube.
Nah, I'm gonna be on all of them tonight. I'm be on YouTube too. I'm be on the network too. I'll be on YouTube network. Unlike Joby, I go all of them. So I put
I'm on all
half.
of them.
No. I do StreamYard and because we're gonna do three on StreamYard and three on Mevo. So I'll be on the Mevo camera and StreamYard at the same time. So I'll be on all. I'll be on six. I'll be on six channels at once.
Making noise, Keith. Ricky Karibu Sana also says, I was born in Minta, Alabama, 10,000 people, 20 miles from Selma, Alabama. We had our own town and land. It looks like hell. And I also see Jason says, yes, sir, real aggressive, talking about the Black Americans. Big Jesus says, yes, you're 100% correct, Keith. This country has never stopped warring against us. I can't believe we've survived in this evil country, America. And I also see Byron says, remember MLK was a puppet of the Rothschilds. Ricky also adds, okay. He also says F the civil rights movement in 1960. Baron Scott says Roosevelt had a lot of dams built in Southeast for the sole purpose of flooding out of those successful black townships. Damn. I also see Big Cheese says they don't want segregation. They want to live separately, but be able to come to our neighborhood and come in our homes and abuse us without consequences. And
Exactly.
Byron Scott also says, has anyone noticed how they use the bathroom and seldom do they wash their hands? Those people are dirty, naturally just dirty, man. Nah. uh-uh. I'd rather die, starve, eat ugali with the water than eat a white man's food. Nah, crazy. KW Don 7 Karibu Sana. Ricky also says, don't compare Alabama to South Africa or any other places. And I also see Baron says, okay, go down. And Sankeran Karibu, Big Cheese says, it still puzzles me on how white folks can be so evil for all these centuries here in America. They wake up just to make your lives makes your life harder. And Byron Scott says it is not a surprise that folks are being born sterile. And Big Cheese says, Kid, tonight I want to tell you about my great uncles. Excuse me, who had to leave Mississippi because they pupilled two white men,
Oh,
sometimes
we got to
black.
hear that story. Who want to tell us that story?
Big Cheese.
Yeah, we got to hear that.
Hmm. And I also see, and Sankenon says the spirit of Malcolm is in Kid today. I also see, yeah. Uh-huh. Byron Scott says it was reported later that some of the Scottsboro boys were also sodomized by the authorities there.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah. They were sodomized. Yeah, it was sodomized. 'Cause I think too. See, that's what I thought Joby was gonna be talking about. I didn't know nothing about this Martinsville thing at all. This is new to me. This new history Joby to tell me. I didn't know nothing about this. I thought Joby was gonna talk about the Scottsboro boys. Because the Scottsboro said because they were, of course, accused of rape again and all this other crazy shit when they never raped nobody. So that's what I was, that's what I thought Joe was talking about. And if I remember, two or three of them Scottsboro boys escaped. And if you come back, we promise we'll give you a fair trial. I think I think two of the morons came back. Like, you out of your mind? Are you crazy? Not come back no Alabama.
What?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
because
been
that's how black people are stupid. Exactly.
I can be that stupid. Nah, I got my freedom back. I'm changing my identity, like for real.
Exactly. You're gone. You ain't come back to the South either, Joby. You're gonna be
I'm
up in
great.
New York. You're gonna be in New York, fucking Chicago, maybe way
Mhm.
out west in LA, but you ain't coming back to no damn South.
Exactly. I'm growing beards. I'm growing dreadlocks. I'm giving myself a whole new name. Some
Hey, but
new
they didn't have that technology to find you back then, Joby. So you were safe. You weren't gonna do all that. You just, they had no computers and nothing made back 100 years ago to find you. Each state was different. They didn't know who you were. They couldn't find you in another state, especially way away from the South. You was good. Shit, live your life.
That's crazy. But I also see Big Cheese says I'm still trying to figure out what P Diddy was arrested for. I know uh he's a
I don't know.
he's a
I thought
he's a
I thought
degenerate
I thought that I thought they said human trafficking, didn't they? I don't know. Good question. I thought they said human trafficking.
baby oils.
Baby, oh yeah, putting baby oil on baby's butt cheeks. I don't know.
I also see Baron says I've seen a lot of brothers in Southern California with Asian girls, and Jason says
Yep.
some of my uncles on my dad's side killed some whites in Little Rock, Arkansas. My great uncle. That's why they came to California. Family stayed older folks. Okay. Anyway, as we continue, shout out
Uh
to Big
oh.
Cheese
The
for
cheese for the
donating.
4.99. Yeah, that's Joby's KFC money.
Thank you so much, man. I can get some wings tomorrow. I have nothing but literally go order wings. Thank you so much. To the rest of you, also hit that dollar sign button kindly. Hit that dollar. hit that dollar button over there. Stop acting like you don't know what's
Yeah,
up.
that dollar sign work no matter where you at. That dollar sign work whether your ass is on BitChute, YouTube, and Rumble. There's a dollar sign on all of them now.
I see, Joby, I was talking about those two guys talking in the video you showed earlier. Oh, okay. They had some big ads, literally. But here, as we literally continue, so I think I'm going to get into the videos you shared with me, Keith, as we get into
Yeah,
the
play
pyramid conversation.
before the pyramid. Play the other one I just sent you of that same white guy. I just on your phone. You see it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Which one should I start with?
Um, the first one I sent you. The last one I just sent you on my regular phone. The one that says TikTok with the white guy sitting right there.
Okay. What? White people have never known how to go. Isn't that the same video?
That's what I don't know if that's the same one, but this is what we just talked about. Them. That's right. You go to their history of not having toilet, wiping their butt with their hands, never wiping their butt, having doodle in their booties, walking around smelling like shit, not having bathrooms. All they fake movies, so they didn't have no bathrooms, and then they fake castles. They were just doodle in the middle of the floor. Like, God damn. Having doodle in the streets. That's right. That's the real history. Everybody don't want the real history told. That's why they banned this channel. He just made a new channel. All right.
Onto the
you laying with him.
With this one. In fact, I'm surprised if you're seeing this at all. If you are, hit the repost. And actually, duets are kind of my favorite thing right now. Go to my reposts and see everyone else who also duetted. White people have never known how to poop. And history proves it. Europeans have long claimed to be the pinnacle of human civilization.
Which is crazy.
Their own historical record is an overflowing, disease-ridden indictment of their inability to handle the most basic bodily function: sanitation. They built entire cities without proper waste management, filling their streets with excrement. For centuries, European towns and capitals were drowning in human and animal waste. They rejected squatting, even though it's the natural and effective way to defecate. Wiped with the worst materials imaginable, from hay to corn cobs to literal rags shared between multiple people.
See, you understand? So pause. You understand? See, so they put a corn cob up their ass to wipe their butthole. They use corn cobs to wipe their butt. With that's Joby's ugali. They use corn cobs to wipe their butts.
Open sewers. Waste was thrown out of windows into the street. For centuries, European towns and capitals were drowning in human and animal waste. They rejected squatting, even though it's the natural and effective way to defecate. Wiped with the worst materials imaginable, from hay to corn cobs to literal rags shared between multiple people. They still refuse to adopt bidets, proving that after centuries of suffering, they still refuse to learn. At some point, the question must be asked: if white Europeans were truly the most advanced civilization, why have they spent most of history wallowing in their own filth? For most of European history, between the 5th through the 19th centuries, European streets functioned as open sewers. Waste was thrown out of windows into the streets, coating roads in human and animal feces. Even in major cities like London, Paris, and Amsterdam, raw sewage freely flowed into the streets for centuries. It took the deaths of tens of thousands from repeated plagues before any improvements were made at all. In 18
plague after plague after plague.
Stink forced the British government to act. The smell of untreated waste in the Thames River was so unbearable that Parliament had to be evacuated. This finally led to the creation.
Remember, Thames River? That's where Jenna Mosquito lived by the Thames. It was so filthy that Parliament had to be evacuated because the stank, the doo-doo was so overwhelming.
Even in castles and palaces, white nobility lived in.
But black people, like Joe said, black people know this history. Black people be loving these people in Africa. Like, man, are you out your mind?
1682 had no toilets, so nobles just relieved themselves in the hallways and on the stairs. The filth
God damn! I didn't know Versailles knows one of the great palaces of Europe. I didn't know they didn't have no bathrooms in Versailles in Paris. That was the king's palace. The French king. So there's nobody just doodle in the hallway and doodle on the stairs. God damn. Imagine the stink in that place. Shit.
Alice, just to mask the stench. Meanwhile, non-white societies had functional sanitation. The Indus Valley Civilization circa 2500 BCE had
Indus
underground
Valley is African.
bathroom toilets
Indus
before
Valley was
Europeans even
African.
knew proper streets. Islamic cities from the 8th to 15th centuries had enclosed sewers and running water in homes. By contrast, most European homes lacked plumbing until the 20th century. Ancient Chinese cities developed sewer systems by the Tang Dynasty from 618 to 907 CE, ensuring clean streets and reducing disease. African and indigenous societies managed waste in ways that didn't turn their cities into biohazards. Timbuktu, for example, had structural sanitation systems while Europeans were still using chamber pots. White people weren't advancing sanitation. They were actively ignoring it and suffering the consequences. For most of their history, white Europeans did not even use toilets. Instead, they used chamber pots, outhouses, or even defecated in fields, streets, and castle corridors. Squatting is the anatomically correct way to poop, but white Europeans dismissed it out of some misplaced notions of civilization. Research shows that squatting prevents constipation, hemorrhoids, and digestive issues, yet white societies opted for a worse way. They still suffer from high rates of digestive problems, but refuse to acknowledge their historical mistakes. Instead of using proper toilets, they invented the squatty potty to mimic the squatting position that non-white societies never abandoned. Meanwhile, other cultures have been pooping correctly this entire time. African, Asian, and Middle Eastern civilizations continued using squat toilets for thousands of years. Indigenous peoples naturally used squatting positions, avoiding digestive problems that plague Western societies today. Non-white civilizations didn't need to market plastic stools to figure out the correct way to defecate. White people weren't improving sanitation. They were making one of the most basic bodily functions unnecessarily difficult. Before toilet paper, white Europeans wiped with hay, moss, rags, or their own hands.
Or
Many
the
people
hands.
even pulled their
Walk
clothes
around with
back up
doodle all
with
on your
their hands.
hand,
In
on your
medieval
butt
Europe, it
cheeks.
was common for multiple people to share a single cloth or rag to wipe.
God
These rags
damn.
were sometimes rinsed and reused without
God
getting clean.
damn.
Even after the invention of toilet paper
See, and
in
I understand.
1900,
This is how they
people
kill people when they
continued.
finally left Europe. That's why they kill people with their funk and the diseases. They're full of doo doo and they have boils and lice, and lice and doo doo and shit. See, not the fun what you get from the fake movies. These were filthy people when they left Europe. The Moors tried to go and teach them how to bathe, but they rejected that. Remember, they didn't change their clothes, so their clothes were full of fleas. They had doo-doo in their asses and lice in their head. So when everybody met these people, like, God damn, everybody was dying. Because they was too filthy. They died from the European filth. Good. I'm about
Drying
bringing you a
instead of
God.
using water. The idea of washing after defecation was seen as foreign or unnecessary. Meanwhile,
Unnecessary.
non-white societies used water and proper cleansing methods. Islamic hygiene practices have emphasized washing with water stingy since the 7th century.
Yeah, because you gotta
Ancient
wash your
Iranian
ass, man.
cultures developed thorough cleansing techniques that prevented the filth that Europeans lived in. African and indigenous cultures used natural, effective cleansing methods without smearing waste around. White people weren't revolutionizing hygiene, they were regressing into unsanitary habits. Europe suffered multiple waves of the Black Death between 1347 and 1351, partly because
Exactly.
human and animal waste was left to rot in
In the
urban
streets.
centers.
Right.
Cholera outbreaks in the
Doo-doo
19th
everywhere.
century were caused by European cities dumping sewage directly into their drinking water. Diseases like dysentery, typhoid, and tuberculosis thrived in European cities because of horrific sanitation. Despite repeated public health crises, white leaders ignored or delayed action until mass death forced their hands. Meanwhile, other cultures already had this figured out. Islamic civilizations enforced strict cleanliness laws, preventing such outbreaks. The Maya and Inca civilizations managed waste disposal without poisoning their own water. Non-white societies weren't dealing with citywide fecal disasters every few generations. White people were not leading sanitation innovation. They were resisting it at their own peril. Even today, white people still mock bidets as foreign, while wiping with dry paper like it's the Middle Ages. Doctors have repeatedly confirmed that wiping alone is insufficient, yet they refuse to change. They
Right.
spend
You
billions
can't
on
wipe your
artificial.
butt with dry paper. You gotta put some. They remember they laugh. Oh, black people use washcloths and rags to wipe their butts and bodies. Yes. You can't use your hand to get doodle out your butthole. What's wrong with you, man? Ain't laying with these people. Should be crazy to me. Go.
Plumbing instead of just using water. They act like bidets are exotic, despite their widespread use in the rest of the world. Meanwhile, the rest of the world has moved on. Bidets, water, and proper cleaning techniques are standard in many non-white societies. They don't need entire industries of scented toilet paper and wet wipes to compensate for bad hygiene. They figured out proper hygiene centuries before Europeans even considered washing after defecating. White people weren't mastering sanitation. They were resisting it out of sheer stubbornness. White people were not leading civilization. They were drowning in their own filth.
That's right. I refuse to wipe my ass properly. Refuse it against the Lord. Jesus told me to keep my butthole. Thank you. Praise the Lord, nigga.
Lol. Amen. What's up? But I also see, and Sankero says in this, the white boy, the clown Lord Jamal on flat earth. I don't know about that. But I also see Emil
I don't
says,
know.
I wonder.
I don't know about the flat Earth thing. I don't look at Lord Jamal, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I also see Emil says, I wonder how white people feel about him telling on them, exposing their history. I also ask myself the same.
They got him banned. Remember they got his TikTok account taken down, so he just made a new one. Everybody told you in the beginning, this is not going to be on the For You page because you know they're going to come for him. Exactly.
And I also see I'm thinking on says what Louis was on small bullshit literally. And I also see Big Cheese says I blame the Moors for all this we're going through. Byron Scott says that filth was used as a bioweapon that wiped out the most of the indigenous black
Sure
population.
did.
And Sankenon says Black Plague, aka Shitty Plague. And I also see Jerome Mosquito says Karibu Sana Jerome Mosquito came in kind of late, but Karibu, he says they know how to poop, they just don't know where to poop. And he also asked that I used to take sailing and canoeing lessons. Canoeing, is it canoeing? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Lessons in that filthy river. Damn, crazy. I hope you are okay, Joe Mosquito. But I'm gonna share the next two videos. I think, Keith. As we continue, which one should I start with among the two?
Probably the last one I sent you. For the last one on there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I told you, the mosquito been in that river. You nasty bastard general. That's how he lost all his hair.
Oh my God.
That's right. That's why the nigga always running around in the dark, bald headed. Because he was in the Thames River, canoeing and shit. I'm out here canoeing, Mom. Don't put your hand in that filthy water, boy. Oops, too late.
And he did it.
That's
He
right.
did.
That's why he's bald.
I think Joe. I don't think he's bald.
So guys, what you see here is what's happening under. I want you guys to look at this video here, right? You guys see that underneath the pyramid, the second, I think it's Capre's pyramid. I don't think it's uh, um what's the big one? That's the second one. I don't think it's the big one. You see this whole structure underneath there. Like Tho told you, they were gonna start finding. Everybody start waking up. So this structure under the second pyramid, this is massive, guys. Remember, Tho told you about going down into the pyramids, into the halls of Amente. There's a whole structure that we know ain't nobody built this no 5,000 years ago with our tech. Now we can't build none of this shit today. So as you see this, I'll mute that music, Joby. Mute the music. Oh yeah, mute that.
Just a minute, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
so right there. So you see this structure? They found this superstructure of chambers down underneath the pyramid in the desert. Whole structure, as Tho told you, the halls of Amente, of spiral columns of stairs going all the way down. Of course, they're gonna try to hide this, but this is there. So this is unexplained. Told you all the technology that they cannot explain none of this shit. That this whole structure sits underneath the pyramid, right? This advanced structure. That ain't nobody built this with no chisel and no hammer, no 6,000, 7. We know the pyramids are older than 5,000 years ago that they claim. These things are timeless. I don't know, probably 100,000 years ago when they built, but those told you he built them 50,000 years ago. But this goes to the emerald. So I'm gonna have Joby pull up the emerald tablets real quick. Type the emerald tablets real quick, Joby. Say emerald tablets of thought. That's THOTH, thought. The Atlantean, the emerald tablets. So we're gonna set. So we got like 5. Oh no. We got a few more minutes to go. We're gonna read the first thing we talking about. Him building the pyramids and the halls of Amenti. That shit right there. I thought it was a joke. This is crazy talk, but there it is right there. These are spiral cases going all the way down to that motherfucking Yaldabaoth nigga. The dweller who he met. Said people will be scared to go down into the halls of Amenti, which I created underneath the Great Pyramids. So we know this is there. That's why they're showing the pictures of it. We know all this is there. So that means they built this before they built the pyramids. This was built, this big ass huge fucking structure, which now sits under the desert. This shit here, like a 5, 6, 7, 8-story building, sits underneath the damn desert.
Mm-hmm. Should I read the article?
No. Go to YouTube.
Oh,
Go
okay.
to YouTube and put and say I want you to play the first 10 minutes. Say the emerald tablets of thought. I thought the Atlantean. Keep it a mystery. Being surrounded by all these dumb Negroes. About to go to the halls of Amenti. That's right there, the halls of Amenti. I thought. Get the longer version. Don't get no cartoon, but get the longer. Yeah, do them right there, I guess. No. The next. How many minutes is that? How many minutes does it say?
This one is a 2 hour. There's a 27-minute one. 2 hours.
Now do the 2 hour one. Do the 2 hour. I don't want to hear no commentary. I want to just do them talking. Do that one real quick because I just want the first 10 minutes. I'm talking about that structure right there that they found.
The history of the tablets translated in the following pages is strange and beyond the belief of modern scientists.
Look, unbelief.
Their
You can't do it.
antiquity is stupendous, dating back some 36,000 years BC.
36,000 years ago.
Thoth, an Atlantean priest king who founded a colony in ancient Egypt.
And now pause that joke now. Now remember we had the white woman showing you who Inky was, right?
Yeah.
Inky is Thoth's father, Joby. Inky is Thoth's father. Is this nigga's daddy. Okay, somebody just said Inky is this nigga's daddy who made the pyramids. Go ahead.
King of the mother country. He was the builder of the Great Pyramid of Giza, erroneously attributed to Cheops. In it, he incorporated his knowledge of the ancient wisdom and also securely secreted records and instruments of ancient Atlantis. For some 16,000 years, he ruled the ancient race of Egypt, from approximately 52,000 BC to 36,000 BC. At that time, the ancient barbarous race among which he and his followers had settled had been raised to a high degree of civilization. Thoth was an immortal. That is, he had conquered death, passing only when he willed, and even then not through death. His vast wisdom made him ruler over the various Atlantean colonies, including the ones in South and Central America.
It means he can take pause that. See, South America might see the same pyramids all over the world because Thoth was creating his pyramids everywhere. He's telling you he can take his consciousness and put it into a body, make a clone, and take his consciousness and put his body, his light, because you're nothing but light outside the body, houses light into another body. So he was always immortal. He could house his light in another body, and if he wouldn't need the body to live long, he would go into the fires, the lake of fire, and that would rejuvenate his cells, so he could stay in the same body for maybe 2,000, 3,000 years. But if he didn't want to, he'll just create another clone and house his intelligence inside that body, because the body is an illusion. It's the electrical spark, the soul that sits in the pineal gland that gives the body form, that gives the body movement. So go ahead, Joe.
When the time came for him to leave Egypt, he erected the Great Pyramid over the entrance to the great halls of Amenti.
See, pause it. Remember, he erected the Great Pyramid, and we're seeing the halls now. Now they found the halls of Amenti. That's what you see right there in that other video that they now found. But Thoth told you, I've made all that shit 50,000 years ago. So wasn't no white people here, wasn't no Asian people here, wasn't no East Indian people here. These people are new. At that time on this planet, the only African people. That is a fact. I mean, not even for a long time after this, these other people don't even exist. So he's telling you what he did, and now they're finding it. The halls of Amenti have built it. And down there, I built the halls of Amenti under the pyramid. That's what he's telling you in the tablets. And that's what they're finding. And he told you they were going to start finding at the age of awakening, the age of enlightenment. You'll start waking back up, and all the information is going to become known again. He told you, that's where I built it, and they find it now. Go ahead, Joby.
And appointed guards for his secrets from among the highest of his people. In later times, the descendants of these guards became the pyramid priest, by which Thoth was deified as the god of wisdom, the recorder, by those in the age of darkness which followed his passing. In legend, the halls of Amenti became the underworld, the halls of the gods, where the soul passed after death for judgment. During later ages, the ego of Thoth passed into the bodies of men in the manner described in the tablets. As such, he incarnated.
Pause that, Joe.
In his last,
he telling you his conscience incarnated in other clones he made. So he would take a body, build a body, and then house his intellect inside that body, his soul. So your soul sits inside your pineal gland. That's the seat of the soul. So him knowing how to do that, because he had this ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, ancient science, which the European is now learning. That's why they want to put your body. Elon Musk is talking about this. House your body in a robot. Put your mind and put you inside of a robot. That's what this transhumanism shit is. Now they got the understanding found of all those papers that they stole out of Africa. That's what this transhumanism shit's about. They want to take your consciousness and house you in a fucking robot, in a non-human entity. And so that's where you get from the Bible, said death will come. Say you will wish for death and death will never come because you'll be housed in a fucking robot. And you'll never be able to die and transgress this damn system and leave this bitch. You'll wish for death, and death will never come because your consciousness will be housed in a fucking robot, and you won't have the knowledge to know how to get out of that shit. You'll be housed in that robot forever, for eternity. That's what these wicked motherfuckers are trying to do. Take those knowledge that they got now. They know all this shit now. They've stolen all the damn shits out of Africa. All this information was stolen years ago. Go ahead, Joby.
Being known as Hermes, the thrice born. In this incarnation, he left the writings known to modern occultists as the Emerald Tablets, a later and far lesser exposition of the ancient mysteries. The tablets translated in this work are 10, which were left in the Great Pyramid in the custody of the pyramid priest. The 10 are divided into 13 parts for the sake of convenience. The last 2 are so great and far-reaching in their import that at present it is forbidden to release them to the world.
So right now there's two that's still not released because people are too stupid to grasp the knowledge of what being said in those last 2 tablets. So they're forbidden to be released to society because everybody's too dumb. You won't have the intellect to be able to understand them, intellect to be able to deal with it, and probably cause mass psychosis. Because you've been caught in goopy religions, not know how the world really works. So that's what they be saying. Oh, did I lose Joby?
And those contained herein are secrets which will prove of inestimable value to the serious student. They should be read not once, but 100 times, for only thus can the true meaning be revealed.
100 times.
And I had glimpses of beauty.
Yeah, nothing exactly. It take you years to decipher this shit. You're right. You gotta read it 100 times, 1,000. He told you. Took me 10 years to decipher all this shit. 10 fucking years of listening to this shit over and over and over and over and over to finally decipher this shit. I was like, what? What does he say? What does this mean? What is that? Took me 10 years to decipher this shit.
But more intensive study will open avenues of wisdom to the seeker. But now, a word as to how these mighty secrets came to be revealed to modern man after being hidden so long. Some 1300 years BC, Egypt, the ancient Kim, was in turmoil and many delegations
ancient Kim, not Egypt. Ancient Kim. Kemet, never known as no damn Egypt. Ancient Kim, land of the blacks, land of black people. Not land of white Arabs, not land of Turks, not land of these fake people that's there today. Land of Africa, land of black people. Go ahead, Joe.
Other parts of the world. Among these were some of the pyramid priests who carried with them the emerald tablets as a talisman by which they could exercise authority over the less advanced priestcraft of races descended from other Atlantean colonies. The tablets were understood from legend to give the bearer authority from Thoth. The particular group of priests bearing the tablets immigrated to South America, where they found a flourishing race.
Pause it, Joe. So we just found out that white people learned how to get rid of doo-doo maybe 100 years ago. So they were not committing priests doing ancient structures like this who didn't know how to doo-doo. Okay? They know how to clean up their doo-doo. You were not comedians, white people. Okay? Make sure you understand this. Those were advanced civilizations. They didn't have doo-doo in the streets. Make sure you understand that. So when you try to steal black history, this was not you. Your civilization had nothing to do with this. And first of all, you didn't even exist. Okay? You didn't exist. You try to keep claiming black people's history. You did not exist on this planet. No Asian people, no East Indian. None of you people existed when none of this shit was going down. None of you people existed. None. If you're not African, you wasn't here. That's just a fact. That's not racist. That's just a fact. Whether you like it or not, you did not exist. I'm not saying where you came from, where you didn't come from. I'm just saying this all black people shit. Okay? Those is black, his daddy Inky is black, and everybody around this motherfucker is black. Black on black on black on black on black. Go ahead, Joe. Make your head.
The Maya,
make your head spin.
Who remembered much of the ancient wisdom. Among these, the priests settled and remained. In the 10th century, the Maya had thoroughly settled the Yucatan and the tablets were placed beneath the altar of one of the great temples of the sun god. After the conquest of the Maya by the Spaniards, the cities were abandoned and the treasures of the temples forgotten. It should be understood that the Great Pyramid of Egypt has been and still is a temple of initiation into the mysteries. Jesus, Solomon, Apollonius, and others were initiated there. The writer, who has a connection with the Great White Lodge, which also works through the pyramid priesthood, was instructed to recover and return to the Great Pyramid the ancient tablets. This, after adventures which need not be detailed here, was accomplished. Before returning them, he was given permission to translate and retain a copy of the wisdom engraved on the tablets. This was done in 1925, and only now has permission been given for part to be published.
100 years ago, 1925, and it's 2025. So they were translated 100 years ago. 1925, and it's now 2025. Go ahead, Joe.
The true student will read between the lines and gain wisdom. If the light is in you, the light which is engraved in these tablets will respond. Now, a word as to the material aspect.
He's saying if your consciousness is now at a certain level, you'll be able to read this and understand it. But if you're a moron, you won't. He's being honest. What he's telling you.
You just had to do the moron, like.
Well, that's what he's saying. Really, he's being nice about. That's what he's saying. If the light is in you, it's in you. That's why he's in the light. That's the consciousness. If it's not, it's not. So go ahead.
Tablets. They consist of 12 tablets of emerald green formed from a substance created through an alchemical transmutation. They are imperishable, resistant to all elements and substances. In effect, the atomic and cellular structure is fixed, no change ever taking place. In this respect, they violate the material law of ionization. Upon them are engraved characters in the ancient Atlantean language. Characters which respond to attuned thought waves, releasing the associated mental vibration in the mind of the
reader. Remember Toast Daddy Inky, who the white lady showed. I'm not gonna do this because I gotta Joby get out of here. Past the time. Don't worry about that, Joby. You can get out of that, Joby. So remember, Inky, his daddy, was the white lady channel. This is Lord Inky right here. Inky was the king of Atlantis. Remember, Inky was the king of Atlantis. At that time, his daddy was the king of Atlantis. Toast Daddy. So he was the king of Atlantis. So, but I'm going to be on tonight, guys, talking about segregation. I want to hear Big Cheese's story. We're back on 9 o'clock tonight, guys. That's mine ain't going to be about this Egypt shit. Mine's going to be about segregation. So Trump has now rolled back the 1964 segregation, and I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I believe it. I believe in all of it.
Period. I'm for the segregation too. I'm supporting guys. But yeah, literally, this is where we come into the end of today's conversation. I see Emil says this is scary shit, kid. That's why people are gonna need to get out of America. The stuff they're going to do in China, they're bringing over here. Okay, so you.
Well, this guy, I'm trying to tell everybody. Hey, I'm trying to set up. I'm behind the scenes trying to set up a way that if anybody wants to get out, you can. Just give me a little less than a year. I'm trying to set up ways to get long. But right now, everybody, at least do me a favor. Go get your goddamn passports. I plan to bring everybody on just as a vacation. You guys will see, but you got to go get your passports. Okay, go get your passports. I'm gonna make it. I'm just saying within the future, within next year. I make it plausible for everybody to take a trip at least once. But go get your. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Hey, come on, cook early for you. Come on.
So just go get your passports for right now. Right now, go get your passports. The passport is pretty cheap. Go get them. Okay. Because I'm gonna try to give everybody a way out if you want it, just in case shit pops off. Everybody can get it, even Big Cheese, because Big Cheese had a criminal. I mean, you can't get your passport, Big Cheese. Everybody go get your passports.
Yeah,
You know.
but we're coming to the end. You should get your passports, come to Kenya, get your ugali and some fish, maybe some
You keep that Ogali shit. Let's get some food. They
chicken,
got, they got everything. They got chicken. They got all that. They got everything in Kenya. But
yeah.
I'm going to give you guys an option just in case you have a lifeline. I'm going to make them try to set up a lifeline just in case some shit pop off. But I need everybody to have their passports. Go get your goddamn passport. Just get it. Just in case. Just get it. For me. Just go get the shit. Go to your driver's. Most times you go to your driver's license office now. Go to your driver's license office or go to passport office online. But go get it. I think it's like 2 weeks to get that shit. Go get it.
Okay. But anyway, much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful
What's
day.
up? I see everybody tonight.
Tune in.
Yeah.
See you guys, of course, on Monday, same time, same place. I hope next week lights are gonna be on.
Yeah. Sorry guys, the lights don't try to come after me for no shows like you guys do. The lights have been off every day. Like last week, the lights have been fucked up for 2 weeks. So it's crazy. The lights will be off forever. It's crazy.
Yeah, literally. But we're glad today.
And if you guys on TikTok, if you guys on TikTok, the TikTok Kenyan channel is Black Eye Fire Radio. If you guys are on TikTok, I know Jim Mosquito knows. I don't know if Big Cheese knows it. It's Black Eye Fire Radio. If you guys will see Shamani and Irritan in the morning, it's Black Hot Fire Radio on TikTok.
Period. But much love. It's not the light bills. It's KPLC and Ruto and abducting people and all that.
It ain't the light, but if you guys seen Dr. Mumpy got fucked up, shit.
Yeah, I've shared the pictures on the
So
WhatsApp.
yeah, no, but if you guys go check the WhatsApp, you guys see Dr. Mumpy got fucked up. They abducted him, fucked up. So we gotta make sure Joe will be okay getting home. You got lions running around outside the studio and crazy shit. I'm like, lions?
Yeah.
Man.
15 lions walking around the streets here. So
you sure it's 15?
Yeah,
that's a lot of lions.
I counted. We were counting like 1, 2, 3 because that guy recorded slowly when he was driving, so they were following.
He showed them.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling you, the blog that posted it took it down because I think they were threatened by the government because that is not something we're supposed to see. Of course, number one.
Of course not. It wasn't about wild lions walking around town.
Wild lions walking here when you're talking about chapati. Can you get hold of these lions first? Instead of talking about chapati and the Dutch royal family.
So you guys make sure Joe be okay. It's dark. It's late. Joe's got to get on a motorbike. We don't want no damn lions chasing after this. How you don't take no food. Don't be holding that, Joe. We just hold on close to the bike guy, so you won't be throwing shit at the damn lions chasing your ass.
I got some meat with me going home, but I hope nothing's gonna happen.
Meat? Man, lions to smell that meat. Are you crazy? You got some meat going.
I'll tell the bad guy to rush as much as they can. Yeah, she was abducted, Emil, but she has been released with very critical wounds. I've shared if you all know what's happening.
Go to WhatsApp group email. Aren't you part of the group? You got the group? I can't put it in. I don't know if Joby can add it to the
I can't.
To the
through YouTube I can't. Maybe you come to the network, then we'll see.
Come to the network. I'll try putting the come to the network email on the live page, and I'll try to add the link. Mm-hmm. So everybody, when we talk about stuff, we use it on WhatsApp. So I'll share the link in the live today. So just come to the live stream part of the network, guys. And I put the link in there, and you can join the WhatsApp thing. Yeah, they did a number on Dr. Mumby, boy. Told her to shut her damn mouth. Keep your mouth shut around here. You think this is Babylon?
Okay. Much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. No, she was not molded by a lion. She was abducted, Emil. She She was
She was
tortured.
abducted. She was abducted and tortured, man. She was abducted.
She was tortured. She doesn't look men good, but
She was tortured. They tried to burn her up in a car. They tried to kill her. But she got away. She said she got away. She luckily got away.
Yeah, she has some bruises and wounds. So anyway,
Bruises, half her head's gone. They like shaved her head or took out her braids. You know, and aren't they got a message? I think she's in the hospital right now. Though she's in the hospital. I heard. Still recovering.
Yeah.
So hopefully they got a guard in the door. Nobody come to the hospital and take her ass again.
But much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. I'll be safe myself. I'll let you guys know, of course, anything happens on the WhatsApp. If they get hold of my phone, my people know where to get to. So I'm glad the fact that people know what to talk about here. So in case of any abductions around here, people think about me first and they call me like, are you okay? Are you fine? Because it's real. It's been happening in front of our very own eyes. People just getting abducted.
I'm surprised Joby don't never answer the phone on no weekends when I try to talk to her ass. That phone be off.
Me?
Yeah, you. I try to ask you. Joby, you there? What you doing? You all right, Joby? They might say 2 words and then she gone for like 5 more hours again. What else she at?
You don't call me, kid. Why are you lying? The last time
I don't call. I don't call you. You're right. I text every now and then. Shit.
I'm the one who calls you. Then I go get breakfast. I'm walking on that gas. So you're lying. I'm the one who
I know, shit. I know. I be busy, shit.
Have yourself a beautiful day. Everything is okay. The universe is taking care of me, so nothing is gonna happen.
That's what's up.
That's how it's meant to happen too. So no regrets, no nothing. So much love, peace. Have yourself a good weekend. Be safe. Take care. And keep away from white people. That's all I can say.